From the moment your eyes trace the delicate Arabic calligraphy, the flowing curves, the precision strokes, you sense the weight of heritage and identity. Around the rim, an inscription that names the kingdom, the denomination, the date, and other ornamental flourishes speaks to centuries of tradition in numismatic art. The emblem of Saudi Arabia, two crossed swords surmounted by a palm tree, stands proudly, symbolic of strength and prosperity. The coin's texture bears the time it has endured. Minor wear, faint patinas, subtle microscratches. Yet despite this, the calligraphy remains crisp, the relief distinct. Flip it over, or rather examine the counterpart presents, and your attention shifts to the Lincoln Memorial Cent. The visage of Abraham Lincoln offers a stoic contrast. The familiar profile, the solemn gaze, the formal suit. Around his image, the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. Then, on the reverse, the imposing Lincoln Memorial framed between columns, the steps, the tiny figure of Lincoln visible in the niche, a design that has become part of the American visual lexicon since its introduction in 1959. But this coin is not simply two separate coins brought together. This is the phenomenon of a mint error of the rarest order. Behind this miraculous creation lies a story of malfunction, oversight, serendipity. Somewhere in a U.S. minting facility, a die or press designed for a Saudi piece may have entered the press line, or a foreign planchet may have found its way into the hopper mint for a U.S. penny. The result was a dual strike, a misalignment, an unintentional marriage of two monetary identities. The weight and the alignment suggest that both faces were struck in sequence, each die striking its image onto a foreign metal blank, yielding a coin that carries the soul of both currencies. Experienced numismatists have studied its dimensions. The metal composition, the thickness, the diameter all are within acceptable tolerance for a U.S. cent. Yet the stamping of the Saudi face indicates a planchet stamped under pressure with that Arabic design. The slight overstrike borders, the overlapping rims, the faint doubling in some characters. Each flaw is testimony to an improbable mistake. Some letters in the Arabic face lean into the margins, occasionally overlapping the edge where the American design tries to impose its borders. Collectors who have held it have reported that it feels slightly off in balance, a fractional tilt in how the weight disperses, a physical whisper that this is no standard coin. Light playing over the surface reveals micro-contours, subtle shadows where the overstrike left residual impressions, faint ghost images of original planchet boundary or minting guidelines. Under a loop, tiny metallic ridges between the two images hint at minute gaps where the dies collided, or where one imaging press overprinted the relief of the other. The rarity of such a piece defies easy explanation. It sits outside the catalogs. Among the thousands of known U.S. mint errors, none so audacious cross a national boundary in mintage. Experts debate whether the error occurred at the Philadelphia Mint or another U.S. facility, or whether a private error press somehow created it after the fact. Some argue for a clandestine misfeed, others for a double-die overlay, or even an intentional hoax, though the balance of characteristics strongly supports genuine minting error. Regardless of origin, pedigree matters. Every known example is accounted for, every provenance traced. It has passed through the hands of prominent collectors, auction houses, and numismatic researchers, each time emerging with fresh analysis and renewed fascination. Imagine the moment it was discovered. A collector unwrapping a lot of cents, citing an odd coin under magnification. His heart racing as he spots the Arabic script on a penny, the palm and swords on what should have been smooth copper. The shock, the verification, the weighing, the consultation with experts. That moment when disbelief yields to the realization that he is holding something unique. From that day forward, that coin carries story and legend. The press catalogs list it as a cross-national striking error, or sometimes Arabu.s, hybrid cent. Though no formal classification accommodates it, it becomes a showpiece, a conversation starter, an object of numismatic devotion. Imagine exhibiting it under museum lights. A single spotlight hits the Arabic side, enhancing shadow and depth, Then a minute slide reveals the link inside. Visitors gasp as they realize what they see: a U.S. penny that bears the visage of Saudi Arabia's iconography. The docent describes the potential sequence of minting failure, the improbability of cross-press contamination, the minute tolerances of coin striking, and the room hushes as viewers confront the odd fusion of history, accident, and art. The market for rare coins prizes error, rarity, story. Yet this one transcends any single category. It appeals to collectors of Islamic coins, to U.S. cent specialists, to error collectors, to those who love mysteries in metal. Its value is not derived from intrinsic